Alrighty, good evening everyone and welcome back. Here we are just jumping into our next match for today, and again we are going to be spectating the Immortals for this one. This time though they are taking on the SuperNoobs. But if you're just joining us, I'm Go4WoT. Good evening and welcome to the ESL Asia Go4WoT Asia August monthly finals, and we're going to be playing this next semi-final here on Lakeville. We're already into the training room and getting some of the tank picks sorted out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what both teams are picking to take into battle on Lakeville today. So, starting with the Immortals, they are going to be going with two IS-3s, a 5100 and another IS-3. So, fairly heavy in the Immortals, of course, as we can see. Are going to be on the offense this time. So, it's already actually a pretty... a fairly heavy lineup for the offensive side of Lakeville. I would like to see probably two T54s or something a little bit lighter as their last two picks to maybe push down the one towards one flag I was about to say, but they're not going to be going with that. They're going to be going instead with a T32, T37 as well, and thanks there, Elex, in the chat there saying begin tag picks. We're a little bit into those already, but not to worry. And the Immortals last up do decide to lock in that T54 lightweight, which is good. You know, you can put that one down the middle there in Lakeville through that middle kind of. In fact, let's go ahead and draw it middle area down there across the lake. Definitely works a treat there, I think. Particularly if you only have one. I mean, we do often see some light tank pushes down the one line there, but I don't think they're going to be sending one T54 lightweight. But yeah, obviously with the heavy tanks, what we're going to be expecting from that is, I think it's safe to say, a city push. I mean, we have seen, to be fair, heavy tank pushes executed down that 1 and 2 line previously before in some of the weekly Go4WoT Asia Cups. I don't know if the Immortals actually were one of those teams that did the heavy pushes down the 1-2 line. But anyways, and what are they going to be going up against? That is a question which the SuperNoobs have answered with 3 T54 lightweights, 1 AMX-12T, 1 T32, and I think they also picked 2 more tank and 2 IS-3s. Okay, so and we'll let everyone know that we're ready as well, but SuperNoobs going with quite a lighter lineup over here, going with those 3 T54 lightweights as well, which is pretty interesting. But you know, I think the lightweights can work on defense, and to be honest, I think having a mobile defensive team here on Lakeville is something that not a lot of teams value, but it can really help out on the defense, particularly when, you know, we've seen many teams, they like to do the split push, to use a bit of MOBA terminology there. They like to do the split push, maybe send one tank down the middle line there, you know, 2 tanks down this 1-2 line, the rest of their tanks through the city, maybe with their light tier 6 standing out there spotting over that way as well. And when you've got that, well, when you've got that split push, of course, it can make it a little bit tricky. But if you've got some mobile tanks like, you know, your T54s that can just deal with something up there, then head straight back down towards the 2 flag, or just generally be mobile, then I think that can definitely work out. So there we go. But right now, looks like we're just waiting for, okay, the Immortals just saying 1 minute please, and getting everything sorted out. Alrighty, but right now I'm liking both of their lineups, to be honest. I mean, we've got T54s in both. Alrighty, yeah, T54s in both. I think that town push with the Immortals heavy oriented lineup can definitely work well. Probably a town push on towards a 2 flag. What'll be interesting to see is whether the Immortals do decide to use, or where rather, the Immortals decide to use their T54 lightweight, because I think that's the big question for their lineup. And I mean, the SuperNoobs, they've got the 2 IS3s and the T32. Probably be interesting to see where they put those as well, and how many they dedicate to the 1 flag. Because if I was the SuperNoobs, I'd be kind of leaning towards putting, maybe even putting most of your heavies over at that 2 flag, just getting ready for a city push. I'd say so. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do though. But we're getting the countdown happening, so let's go ahead and jump in game here. This is the semi-final match that we're covering here between the Immortals and the SuperNoobs. For those that may not know the SuperNoobs, they do not ever live up to their name. Very skilled team. So let's go ahead. We're getting the countdown happening and jump into game and run through the SuperNoobs, I think, lineup to kick things off here. And shout out to everyone in chat as well. We've got Noisy Boy 26 joining us, Dakilzor and Ramsey Tanker saying hello all. But here we go, 3 seconds left until we get this one started.
Time to roll out.
Time to roll out. So the SuperNoobs are taking into battle Lysandra San in this AMX 12T. They've got Tangaroy in the T54 lightweight, Ricky in his T54 lightweight, NT Lock in his own T54 lightweight. Sunbow's going to be driving his T32, and we've got the Last and Ironhide in their IS3s. And actually we can see just jumping in towards the city right here, NT Lock positioned very aggressively, but he's going to pay for that right there, taking 422 damage from one IS3 shot. And well, he did gain, actually he did gain quite a bit of valuable information. I would say that was, I was about to say that was almost worth it, but then suddenly he took that 300 HP T32 shot right to the back. That shell's going to hurt. But importantly, I think it's safe to say, NT Lock, he scouted out the enemy team. So he's seen now that the Immortals are pushing through the city. And the question now is whether the Immortals, oh wow, as they get a huge bunch of hits there onto, I think that was Ricky. I think actually Ricky and NT Lock both on, oh no, 20 HP difference, but definitely hurting after that little push there, I think. So as we're jumping into free cam mode at the moment, we can see Reaper has taken quite a few shots, dropped down to 6% HP, probably going to be hiding himself behind the rock there. And it's looking like the push will continue on through that 2 flag from the Immortals right here. It's looking like the heavies of SuperNoobs are in a good spot to defend it from though. So I'll have to wait and see how that goes. Flicking over now, we can see Hades. He's pushing right up on towards here. Soon, if he rounds that corner, he's going to engage those IS3s and the T32. So has got to be very, very careful there. Hades knows about it, so he tries to get one shot. That's not going to hit though. And oh, there we go. Some shots actually getting on towards those defending heavies across the hill. One shot misses. Zeus, Hades, and C5M still haven't taken a point of damage. As excuse me, as Lysandra takes out Reaper right there, but they're pushing up. And so far, oh, look at that. It's just not going the way of the SuperNoobs in all these trades at the moment. Finally, though, Hades takes some shots, dropped down to 59% HP. But we can see already that the SuperNoobs lineup is hurting a lot. One IS3 on 550, one on 1000 HP out of 1500. With 33% HP down. C5M there. Did just ricochet a shot. Not feeling bold enough to try and go for it, though, as Nino has taken down Lysandra San. So both teams so far, oh, I was about to say only lost their tier 6s, but the Sirius has just taken out that T54 lightweight. And we can see Zeus here angling his tank beautifully as he goes in for these pokes around the corner there. Excellent angling as, oh, it looks like in the meantime, Kitten actually taking down the last. C5M and Hades, they're pushing around, and the they are actually taking some T-54 shots from the side, but they've just taken down an IS-3, so, and one T-54 over there is dropped down to 269 HP. This is not looking good for the SuperNoobs right there, down to the last remaining 3 tanks on their side. All tier 8s, and this T-32 here, Sunbow, is going to be going up next. And so far, the SuperNoobs have not managed to take out a single tier 8, and they may not take out one for the entire duration of this battle from the Immortals lineup. And there we go, yeah, the Immortals taking down Ricky for the last kill. Ooh, that was a brutal victory there for the Immortals. Here we go, so taking a look at the team score, we can see Zeus up the top in his IS-3, 2.2k damage. Kitten, 2.1k. C5M, over 2k damage as well. So some good damage numbers coming out there from the Immortals lineup. And the SuperNoobs crew as well. We got Ricky up the top there, 1.6k damage. So Ricky pulled his weight. Unfortunately, the rest of the SuperNoobs just were not able to make anything stick. And you know, the strange thing about that was that the SuperNoobs, they scouted out the Immortals early on, so they could see that the Immortals were pushing in towards that city there, and just couldn't react in time, or just didn't react properly even. So, alrighty, so it's time to jump into some picks for the next round of picks here. Alrighty, so we've got some IS-3s coming out early on. And a couple of T-54 lightweights coming out there from the Immortals. So good to it is actually good to see the the Su didn't pick the IS-3s. No, both teams picked the IS-3s last time. Never mind me. But SuperNoobs going with 2 T-54 lightweights on the attack here. Now, once again, the Immortals going with that T-32 AMX 12T. So, looking in that strong hull-down Tier 8 American Heavy and the French Tier 6 light autoloader. And it's looking like the SuperNoobs just thinking about what their next pick is going to be. I mean, they are on the attack now, so I mean they've already got the two. I'm expecting some heavy tanks. They've already got the 2 T-54s. You know, could go a little bit lighter and add in another couple of T-54s, maybe one more, I'd say, if any. But given how well that heavy push worked out for the Immortals last game, I would not be surprised to see a couple more heavies. I mean, they could even go for the Tier 7s, a couple of Tier 7s in here as well. But no, instead they're going to be locking in the IS-3 and that T-54 lightweight there. So are deciding to go for one more T-54 and an IS-3. Oh, and we've got a Hummel coming out from the SuperNoobs. Oh, I think I like that actually. Hummel on Lakeville. Definitely the right tank for it. Definitely the right artillery for Lakeville. We probably, you know, see teams picking the Hummel over that FV304. Yeah, I think the FV304 on Lakeville. The Hummel does have a much higher maximum range than the FV, than the British Tier 6 RD that we see picked quite often. So it can get across the lake. which is the main thing. In Lakeville, of course, the attackers very, very, very rarely need to worry about very, very rarely need to worry about flanks, anything like that as well. We do not often see those sorts of flanks occur. So I'm excited to see the Hummel here, which is pretty good. Something a little bit different. And I suppose that the SuperNoobs, they'll just be using their T-54s to kind of poke out, scout, get some information on where IMT are holed up, and then using Tangaroy in that Hummel to kind of whittle away at them. So this could definitely work, and we'll let everyone know as well that we are ready to roll, ready to jump in towards this one. And in the meantime as well, the other semi-final, which is between the Swordfish and Team VN, is also going on in Lakeville. Not too sure what the status of that one is. But that is also probably another pretty close match, which I'm hoping the SuperNoobs here can take out this one. Oop. Just kidding, saying wait 10 seconds. He caught it at the right time there as well. Ironhide just about to start it. Alrighty, so once the Immortals are readied up, I wonder what they're going to be doing as well. Probably just a fairly standard defense. I mean, they've got the IS-3s, they've got the T-54 lightweights, and one T-32. So yeah, probably just sending a couple of IS-3s around here, T-54, or maybe even the T-32 here. I'd say that could work. And I'd say, oh, you picked two T-32s. And he was like, whoops. But good catch on that one, actually. Very good catch. Alrighty, so here we go. Loading in towards this one. Alrighty, here we go. So 8 seconds left on the clock. I think we're going to be running through the Immortals lineup to kick things off here. So to start off with, we have got Hades, 25 in this IS-3. Ningyo in his IS-3. Zeus is going to be driving that Tier 8 American Heavy, the T-32. The Sirius also in his T-32. C5M going to be rolling around in the T-54 lightweight, as is the Kitten. And we've got Reaper here in his AMX 12T, already heading towards the city there. So, SuperNoobs in the meantime, we can see our Hummel Tangaroy here just setting up right at the back there. And we can see they've got Sundown actually already popping his head out over, heading down the 4-line road. As we've got Ricky here as well, and this could be a little bit dangerous for Ricky potentially, as C5M and the Kitten are pushing up, but Ricky may not try and... is he going to try and poke that? Maybe trying to bait out a shot at the moment, but C5M not having any of it. Oh, there we go. So Ricky did actually bait out a nice little shot there from C5M. In the meantime, in the middle, It's obvious Reaper right here, what he's doing, just waiting to try and spot out these defenders here. So that Tang in the Hummel can start pounding on them. But right now, Tang is going to be moving around, getting himself into a bit more of a central location in that Hummel. So he's just going to be setting up here now. Yeah, it looks like he's looking towards maybe where some of those IS-3s are. In the meantime, though, speaking of IS-3s, we've got the SuperNoobs IS-3s getting ready to push through. They've already made their way through the city, which was not contested by the Immortals. And it's looking like right now, Cassandra Sand here. Oh, does actually manage to get a big shot on towards Reaper. That might have been an ammo rack right there onto the AMX-12T. So taking out the Scout early on, as we can see the Sirius did just take a hit. Might have been from the Hummel. Let's take a look. Where's Sirius? Yes, I'd say that was from the Hummel, judging from the fact that his driver died as well. So brilliant shooting there from Tang. Let's jump around. So, he's even managing to get himself over the house as well, which is pretty impressive. But right now we can see 3 T-54s, all 3 T-54s from the SuperNoobs are going to be moving up. Oh, C5M actually dodges, well, not dodges, but is not going to be hit by that nice shot actually coming out from Tang. So you can see C5M there really hugging the mountain, which is a pretty good idea when you're up against a Hummel. And it's looking like we will be seeing the split push coming into action right here as these 3 T-54s, they're pushing in, and they're actually pushing in on a blind C5M, because C5M he wasn't able to see because he had to move for the Hummel and hug the mountain because of that Hummel. And oh no, friendly fire there, 223 damage from oh no, from Ricky onto I think NT lock, so that's not great. But C5M in the meantime, he's getting very, very low right there. One more shot should be enough to take him out as, oh no, not quite, 1% HP. C5M still able to get the shots out, and that is important in the meantime. Oh, there we go, Ricky finally finishes him off. The Kitten is going to be the next target, but let's take a look, flick over towards the other battle, which is happening just outside the city right here, as that 2 flag has started to be capped up. Hades 25 going to be coming down there, misses his first shot onto his IS-3 opponent there. Hopefully can get his second. There we go. And that is going to be the last, taking a bit of damage, dropped down to 700 HP now, getting some in return. So this is actually looking very good for the SuperNoobs at the moment, because they've won out the 1 flag. Their split push is working extremely well, and IMT right here, they are drawn very, very thin, dropped down to only 3 remaining tanks, and, well, they don't have anyone to reset that other cap, so it's going to be pretty simple right here. The SuperNoobs, unless the Sirius can get there in time, he's got, well, not a few seconds left. 2, 1, the base is captured. There we go, the Sirius going to be going down as well, but, of course, the Hummel hits right next to him. There we go, evening up the scores. So SuperNoobs taking that one out. It's going to be drawing this one out to a 3rd map and a tiebreaker on Ghost Town. So guys, while we get this tiebreaker map set up, do not go anywhere. We're going to be jumping off to a very short break right after this match number 3 between SuperNoobs and the Immortals for the semi-final, the ESL Asia Go4WoT monthly finals. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Here we are just about to jump into the third map and the tie-breaking match between these two teams here in the semi-final of the ESL Asia Go4WoT August Finals. I'm GoGoGadget. If you're just joining us, the Immortals are 1 to the SuperNoobs, 1 apiece here in this best of 3, and we're getting some tank picks underway for our match here on Ghost Town. So the Immortals started off with 2 IS3s that they locked in. SuperNoobs locking in 2 IS3s right after that. The Immortals then locked in another IS3 and an AMX 5100. SuperNoobs responded to that one with the exact same picks, IS3 5100. Kitten locked in a T32 and a 5100 there. Ironhide going to be locking in an IS3 and a T32. And Kitten with a T37 to finish off the Immortals lineup. 12T is going to be the tier 6 light tank of choice for the SuperNoobs. So as they're getting all of their tanks ready, going to be jumping in fairly soon. So alrighty, there we go. As everyone seems to be just about ready, we're going to be getting the Immortals ready as well. So it's looking like, yeah, I think in terms of both the lineups, obviously very similar lineups. In fact, are they almost the exact same lineup? No, I think the SuperNoobs have one less 5100. I want to say, yeah. So the SuperNoobs have one less AMX 5100, which it kind of instantly kind of makes me make me favour their team a little bit more. I'm not a huge fan of the 5100s. I mean, obviously they're not a bad tank, but yeah, not a bad tank, the 5100, but Definitely, definitely has its downsides. And I think, well, IS3 versus 5100. There are a few situations where the 5100 does outdo it, but I'm an IS3 kind of person. Alrighty, so it's looking like we're getting the call over to ready. Alrighty, there we go, and Kitten is Kitten is ready, so we're going to be getting the countdown happening and jumping into this one here. Tie-breaking decider match between the Immortals and the SuperNoobs. And as we can see, got all of the other broadcasters in the match as well. Definitely check out everyone else that is streaming these finals as well. We've got Wargaming Asia Chinese Twitch channel, Japanese and Thai as well. So a wide variety of different casters for tonight's monthly finals. And okay, so right now we have got a Kitten here. Oop. Ooh, I'm not sure if I'm liking the look of that. So maybe might potentially be maybe a server issue, maybe not. I'm not too sure actually. But the Immortals are definitely not looking too good. So we may even be getting a restart. I'm going to be guessing. Ooh, Sirius looks to be moving a little bit, so I'm not too sure. Not too sure what's happening there exactly, but yeah, obviously some sort of issue with the Immortals, I think. So guys, might just jump off to a quick little break while we get this one sorted out. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll keep you up to date. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Here we are. We've finally sorted out the issues, hopefully, and we are jumping into battle right now. So, yes, we can see everyone rolling out there. We did have a bit of a map bug, it was confirmed last time, but enough of that. Both these teams are rolling out. We've got about 50 tons of steel. Actually, no, a lot more tons than that, because I think an IS-3 itself is probably 50 tons. But lots of steel and various other metals rolling out of the gates right here. We can see the defensive setup that the Immortals are going for, very heavily focused towards that one flag. So who knows, maybe they know that the SuperNoobs are thinking of pushing up there, but the SuperNoobs, if they do, they're going to be running into a lot of firepower up around that area. They may be expecting it, but like we said, very similar lineups on both sides. Only real difference is the addition of the AMX 5100 for an IS-3 on the Immortals lineup. Some shots traded right there as well, and I think, as we have actually got that AMX 12T capping it up already. That IS-3 has to be very, very careful right here. He is going to be ducking right back into cover. But I think what the SuperNoobs can actually afford to go for here is, I wouldn't mind seeing them, try and go for like a slow poke game, because they do have that extra IS-3. It's not a major difference, but right now they're the Immortals. They're actually getting a little bit aggressive on towards the SuperNoobs here. And pushing on towards them. The Sirius misses, that shot misses the Sirius. Coming out from the SuperNoobs right there. And you can see all that IS-3 getting dropped down very, very low. I think that's the last. No, it was Reaper who's going to be going down, and Ironhide on the SuperNoobs going to be going down as well. So the SuperNoobs lose their first IS-3. Some shots going out left, right, and centre. Kitten is being dropped down to 10% HP now. The Tier 6 might be able to finish him off. One more shot will do it. Not enough. C5M comes in to save the day, taking down Hien in his AMX 12T. The last has gone down now as well. Make that Tangeroy on top of that, because the SuperNoobs are getting absolutely slaughtered right here in Ghost Town. The Immortals, they're making it look easy, and I'm sure it's not, but right now the SuperNoobs, only Sunbow and Ricky are remaining. Sunbow getting dropped very, very shortly. Ricky on 54 HP, and good to see the Immortals here. They're still playing this one safe. They're not just rushing up willy-nilly. Hades is going to be trying to get a shot. Is he going to be able to? It's not looking like it, but there we go. There's the shot. Comes in from Hades. Sunbow goes down as well, and that is it. That is going to be the Immortals progressing on towards the grand final for today. SuperNoobs relegated down to play in the third place final. And I'm not too sure who they're going to be doing battle against, but if we can take a quick little look here at the scoreboard, we can see Zeus up the top there for the Immortals. Actually, both Zeus and the Sirius there did over 2k damage, so they've got to be pretty happy about that. The SuperNoobs will actually be playing the Swordfishers in the game for third place, which I think that should actually be quite a good one. I think so. We'll have to keep everyone up to date when that one is going to be happening. But in the meantime, guys, we're going to be jumping off now. Coming up next is the third place final between the SuperNoobs and the Swordfish. Don't go anywhere. More top tier World of Tanks action starting soon.